Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to this week's ICT lesson. Today we are going to be programming on Scratch. I'm going to keep it simple though. We're only going to look at repeat functions today. Really what I would like to see is that you can register with the website and that you can complete the little activity with a repeat function, and then that you can share it with me on Seesaw. So I'm going to show you how to do all of that in this video. This is the first of a number of lessons using Scratch, so it is vitally important that you sign up to Scratch, that you confirm your account in your email. That means you'll be able to share your project at the end of the lesson. And for today, we're just going to look at the repeat function in Scratch. So the first thing I'm going to show you is accessing the Scratch website. First thing we'll do is we're going to click here on the link in the instructions, and that will open up the Scratch website. You can do this on the iPad. Next thing, we're going to join Scratch. So click on the join button, and here you will type in your username, put in a nickname and a password that you will remember to. Click next. After this, you're going to click on the country that you live in, so that's the UAE. And then you will click on the year you were born. Okay, so don't worry, Scratch is a very safe website, so you can feel very safe putting in these details. So let's pretend I was born in 2011. We'll press next, and then you put in if you're a boy or a girl. Finally, this is very important to put in the correct school email address for you. Okay, so remember, usually begins with digits, and then put in your email address at jess.seh.ae, and you can click get started. Once you're inside the Scratch website, this is super important if you want to share your work, that you go to your emails and you now confirm your Scratch account by clicking on the email and pressing on the link underneath or the blue button. Guys, if the email is not in your inbox, check your junk email, but it is sent immediately after you register. So you can see that I've registered here, and now what I can do is I can start to create my own project. So I'll click on create. So today I'm going to show you three new things. I'm going to show you how to delete that Scratch there. And if I press on that button down there, we can now add our own Scratch. Okay, so these are our characters here. You'll notice each character has their own costumes. So if you leave the cursor over them, you can see that they have different costumes, and it's almost like they're animations or walking. So I'll click this bear here. He's a little bit too big, so I'll reduce his size and I'll make him half the size, or 50%. And you can see that he is now half the size. Next thing up, next to adding a sprite, there is the add a background button. So there's add a sprite, there's add a background. I'll click on that, and you can put your character wherever you want. So I've chosen a frozen one here. Now we're going to keep it simple. The last thing I'm going to show you today is how to make him walk. So I'll add my event there. Next up, I'll make him walk. So I'll go to motion, and he's going to move 10 steps. Now 10 steps is only 10 pixels. So you'll see just how small it is he walks when I click on the green flag. So next up, I'll grab our repeat function. So if I scroll down just here, you can see there's the wait function and there's the repeat function just there. So I'll grab that, I'll click it to the event, and I'll put my steps inside. So when I press play, well, it looks like he's almost sliding across. So next up, what I'll do is I'll grab if I go to looks, and I just need to find the next costume command, which is right there. So I'll drag that next costume and I'll attach it to it. That means it'll change so it looks like an animation. I'll click the wait command into it as well. So it'll kind of, instead of sliding, it'll wait. At the moment, it's waiting 1 second, which is too long. But if I put it at 0.2 of a second, you can see he's walking slowly across the screen. Okay, maybe 0.1 would be better. So I'll put it at 0.1 and he'll move a little bit more swiftly across the screen. Let's do repeat 30. When I press play, you can see he's moving swiftly across the screen there. So that's our repeat function and our move command and our wait command as well. Of course, guys, if you finish it, play with all the other commands like getting your character to talk. I'm going to show you some of the more advanced commands next week, but really I just want to show you how to do the basics here. So I'm going to call this repeat functions. That's the name of the project. I will then click the orange share button at the top. This is why we registered our emails at the start. So if I click share, I'll save it first. So save now, share. And then what I can do is at the bottom, I can click on copy link. I'll click copy link there. And then I'll click copy link again. And now I can paste this into the Seesaw activity, and that will allow me to see it as your teacher. So you can see I've got Seesaw opened at the top there. You can use it in the app.